Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Outdoor Insiders. I'm James. We're out here today in the swamp looking at one really cool critter that lives out here, and that's a beaver. Behind me, we have a beaver lodge, and this is where beavers actually live. They will use their big tails and they'll use their teeth. They'll chew up trees and they'll drag them over, or they'll have them fall, and they'll pat it down with mud, creating a sort of dome that they can actually swim underneath to get into. Beavers are really aquatic by nature. They want to swim around. So they have this cool sort of adaptation, a feature that helps them survive. Right here we have a beaver pelt, and this is all of the beaver minus the tail, which would come out, another foot and a half or so. This actually has 2 layers, allowing the beaver to be more waterproof. If you kind of think of, maybe a dog would get water on them, they can shake it off. They're a little bit waterproof. Well, beavers would be much more so. And they also have some other cool features that allow them to survive. We have a beaver skull that we found out here a few weeks ago. And as you can see, they have large front teeth, 2 big orangish in color because their outer enamel on their teeth is orange. They grow forever. They grow continuously like your fingernails do for you as a human. And they will use those big teeth to chew up all sorts of different pieces of wood, right? Some of it they will use for building their lodges. Sometimes they also like to eat the bark, that's that fleshy inner bark and all of the wood. So as you can see, all of these little tick marks on here are actually from the beaver gnawing at it, and they've chewed off either end, and there are beavers all over the United States. Some people think that the beaver population used to be much higher than it was, which is interesting to think about. Beavers take down all of these trees. They make beaver dams. They'll stop a moving body of water, allowing it to fill up. Then they have more room to swim around. So they would really change the ecosystem around them. In fact, no other animal, except for us humans, really visually changes the world as much as a beaver can. But they were hunted for their pelts. This was a stylish item. People used it for hats and for other garments all throughout the 1700s and 1800s, and their populations went down. But since they've gone out of fashion and people don't want to turn this guy into a hat anymore, we have a much larger beaver population. So, hey, beavers are ecosystem engineers. They change the outside world around them. In fact, the longest beaver dam in the world is in Canada. It's almost a half-mile long. What other animals besides humans and beavers change the world around them? That's something to think about. And also, beavers have that cool adaptation. They have that tail. They use it for swimming around. But in your research, see what other uses that tail has. It's pretty cool. We'll see you next time on Outdoor Insider.